Well, well, we are down to what we are at. As then that goes for not just me or not just the Giants or not just whatever. That goes down to everybody in general as far as for all the trash that anyone have talked up to this point. And it's funny that all before was all fun and games of what so much people had to say. You know what I'm saying? And now at this point in time, nobody has nothing to say. That they have gotten to this far, and it's looking so bad for them. Now, as far as for me, hey, I'm willing to say, where it's gotten with us. I can say that. You know, I just been busy and hadn't had the what you call, but I already spoke on that and how that gets doing this time of season. But that's another story. It's not like if I didn't make videos or I wasn't around during that point in time. What it, what the point is that okay, the majority of folks they ain't around when they got to this point with them, and that's funny. And I know it's at the point of one will have to um review this. We'll have to, go back and hear this, in order to get to that point. And okay, I'm back, and yeah. So now as I was saying, what I was saying about shoot, I forgot what I was saying because of the fact that I was rudely interrupted. So what I will say is that you know, what is it? The NFC South? Yeah, y'all had a whole lot of running, and it was very close, huh? Whereas y'all thought y'all would have the dominant division. Haha. Funny to find out that you're not, huh? And that bothers the fact, huh? And instead of coming and arguing with each other about who can win 6 games, huh? Why would you do that? When you thought that you were gonna be dominant and not only win enough games to win the division, but win enough games to dominate the conference, huh? You're a fool anytime that you think that y'all ever gonna actually be to the point of where you dominate the conference. You know what I'm saying? You're only gonna actually you only actually getting that shot because of the fact that somebody has to win that division, and you already know this, so you don't need me to tell you this. You know, because there's a lot of other teams, including mine, that if we're given the opportunity, because if they said, you know what, you guys forget y'all, and they just snatched another team and said, okay, y'all roll with it, give them opportunity to go, they give a better fight than what y'all could give, and you know that. You don't need me to tell you that. Let's be real. It is what it is. But y'all know that so well that the way y'all were popping up like cockroaches before is that just can't happen now because I mean the facts are against. I mean the odds are against you, and and the numbers don't lie at this moment. At this moment, huh? So it is what it is. I knew it from the get go, but now it's even funnier the fact of being at that point, and we seen it firsthand, and it is what it is firsthand, isn't it? Always is what it is firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all jumped all over me about my team. Not even about my team, but about my quarterback alone, right? Not about my team, but about my quarterback alone. Y'all jumped all over me, right? And now that it's proven that y'all are a trash division, and not only a trash division, but see, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all are. At this moment, this year here, y'all are the um the AFC East, the AFC East, without New England being in it. Y'all just replaced it with another garbage team. That's what y'all are right now. And that's why at this moment, you know, everybody's hush hush. But I ain't mad at you because I mean that I guess that's the thing to do. Be hush hush when it's all done, when it's all said and done, huh? It's all said and done, so be hush hush. And this ain't no big hate on the Saints, because it really ain't. This is more so the the rest of the group. And okay, yeah, the Saints might be out of it, and Tampa Bay might be out of it. That's how it seems. So we down to the last week. Finally, finally, we talking about what you say what Carolina and what you call whoa, well that's something to carry the carrier division. Carolina and Atlanta. That's something to carry a division. That's just how they say it. That's an accident waiting to happen. Definitely an accident waiting to happen. Not in a good way, which y'all may think, oh wow. No. Accident waiting to happen, whereas we all already know what's going on, what's on. You know? It's like, oh wow, why y'all here again? Yeah, no matter which one it is, it's like, oh well, why are y'all here again? I basically was about like y'all here to like what waste our time. Either one it is, no matter which one it is, it's a disgrace. It hurts the fact of what's saying the AFC is weak or the AFC is soft. You know, when you got that one team in there that you got to knock off, that's soft, and that would be whoever comes out of the South this year. So that's just me saying. But I'm sure there's a lot that would agree with the statement. One person wouldn't agree with the statement is the delusional Panther Nation and the DBN. And then I even want to say that they delusional enough to believe that they ready to go and do something this year. I want to give them a little bit of not no for no reason because I don't need to and I don't deserve and don't owe, I mean and don't need to don't owe them any respect, but just to say that they don't deserve it. But you know they figure that they good. So since they figure that they good, let them find out they ain't good. Just like the what you call it. I mean, they find out every year. Now that's the same thing as Carolina, though. They both find out every year that they ain't good enough to repeat. I mean, to compete with anybody else. They have to find that out, though. You know, it all depends on whether you find out early or whether you find out late that you ain't good enough to compete with everybody else. So I think, shoot, given who's in, that's great. It helps me to narrow down and who I actually think when you say, well, who do you think is going to win it all? Or who do you think is going to be the two teams? It helps me to narrow it down to who it is. When we got who wins that as a no-no, and then we got a couple other people as a no-no. It helps you to narrow that out. So good luck, and I'm happy for you.
What up, Pint?
What's up, man?
What's happening? I can't stay. I
Not
gotta
much.
go. I
All
just
right.
saw it right now. I just made me a little quick vid. I gotta go to work right now.
Okay.
So,
What was it about?
oh, just a little response with these hate week with these fucking Falcons.
Oh, you know whoever wins that ain't gonna go nowhere anyways, right?
It don't matter, man. Who knows? All I want to do is set up some history in our division. This is a rivalry thing. You know about that with them Redskins and Dallas Cowboys. So
Yeah, I know about that, but my thing is, I hate the Cowboys more than I hate any of the rest of them. But at the same point in time, the Eagles, I'm glad they're out, but now it's time for Dallas to get out.
yeah. But yeah, this is homegrown stuff here. So the next game is the next game. We talking about this game. So that's what we want to do.
Hmm.
We want to take it. That's how it go. One game at a time.
I hate you one game at a time.
And so, but
I don't.
yeah, man. I just want to check in. I gotta go.
All right.
All right, one.
Yeah. So once again, as I was saying, and he just confirmed, as in they thinking that they have a chance to do anything, but we know better than that. He right one game at a time because this is the last game. This is their last game. The following game, that'll be the how they call them, the Falcons fast game last game. That'll be their last game. That following game. This is a reality. What fool thinks that anybody from their division in this day and age gonna actually do anything? You serious? Let's be realistic. Not now and shoot. I'm ready. I'm willing to step on the edge and say, not never. Well, that's just a trash division. You know? The Falcons just give them fools the opportunity to actually think that there's a chance that they could do something. The Saints is the closest to doing anything. To be honest with you, the Falcons just give them the chance of thinking. Like, we might can. No, sit down. You know, but they made it seem as though like when when everything landed that they were gonna be so far ahead. All right, yeah, you're gonna be so far ahead. I don't care what your records say. I made it clear before, a long time ago, that it ain't about your record. It's Super Bowl or bust. So If you ain't winning the Super Bowl, then you really can't. And I'm really not trying to hear your excuse. Now, as for us, I ain't making no excuses. But at this point in time, ain't nobody trying to hear or what my logic is behind the whole. Well, I thought you said y'all were going to go this or y'all kind of go that. Okay, well, it didn't happen. I'm willing to say, okay, it didn't happen. Bam, it didn't happen. Now, as you want the reasons and what another, the reasons come as well, reasons are excuses, so they come as in the why it didn't happen. Okay, it didn't happen because folks got hurt. You know, other than that, we'd have been able to make a run for sure. Now, for these people at the last minute that's talking about making a run right now, y'all ain't us, and it ain't gonna happen. You know, you Carolina Panthers or whatnot. You're right. Let's just take it one game at a time. That mean that whatever the end of the game is, y'all can say, well, ha, we did this or we did that. You know. So if for some reason, some odd reason, you win this one, that's what you'll be saying. We win the South. But the reality is it probably won't happen. But after that point, you won't be saying much no more. It just is what it is. It ain't no bitter feelings or nothing on my behalf. Nah, bitter feelings. Nah, I care less. I'm just saying, if you say you have so much faith in your team or one another, why you running from the fact, or when your team don't make it happen? Oh, well, my bad, because you'd have to make an excuse as to why your team didn't make it happen, right? Yeah, that's about right. hmm And I did get a message. What was it? Speaking of that, and we was talking about the Panthers and the Falcons for some reason. With Panthers fan 4055 or whatever you want to call it, said to me that he wished we beat the Eagles. Well, yeah, hey, I wish we beat the Eagles too, but at the same point in time, if it happens, if it happens. If it don't happen, then it don't happen. But at the same point in time, as far as for y'all and the Saints, I mean y'all and not the Saints, y'all and the Falcons, if it happens, it happens. If it don't happen, it don't happen. Because the reality is, we all gonna enjoy the same luxury, huh? Or the same disluxury, or however you want to call it. And that same disluxury would be none of us are winning the Super Bowl this year, and that is what we play for, right? Well, out of all the four that I just named, none of us are winning that. Well, two of them have a chance only because of the simple fact that they still got another game to play, and then they go from there, whatever they do, right? But I'm going out on the ledge, and I'm saying none of us will make it happen. None of us will make it happen. So y'all take that how y'all want to take it. It is what it is. Since things are so, and that is what that is. But that's how things normally work, though. Folks talk a lot of trash, talk a lot of stuff in the beginning, but then they get ghosts when when things turn out a certain way. Well, this is me saying that I ain't get ghosts when things didn't turn out the way it's supposed to turn out. I didn't disappear when when we went on that streak that I thought was going to turn a certain way, and it didn't turn out that certain way. No, I didn't disappear from. I didn't run from that. No, but I know, like, what I will say is that there's this individual that responded to me once again, and we went back and forth, just like we went back and forth before on this whole thing about. And he said to me, he said, "Well, you disappeared after y'all lost to the Jaguars," and I said, "Well, no, I didn't disappear after we lost to the Jaguars. If you, like you said, I'm a fair weather. If you were not a fair weather, then you would have understood that after we lost to the Jaguars, and we went on a winning streak, then let's see, it'd have been two options for me, right? To crow, who crows when they win, or to basically celebrate from it or what another, and I wasn't gonna celebrate from the fact that I already know the season was over. That just didn't make any sense to me. Not that I'm knocking anybody that does it, I'm just saying it didn't make any sense to me to do it at that point in time. So I didn't. But had we had lost one of those games, me being a realistic individual and me being a man to my word, I would have crowed regardless to the fact. Even if I said anything to those teams or anything about those teams during the week, I would have. So you said I was ghost. No, I wasn't ghost. I was here. Apparently, I showed up for this week, right? Which I was not if you had been listening to me. And this is all to Eagles fan for life. Have if you had been listening, then you would have seen that I said, well, I'm gonna give Eagles the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, and I said I wasn't gonna tell you, and I shouldn't have because I said check the videos out, or after we beat y'all, then I'll tell you. No, after we beat y'all. Yeah, after we beat y'all, I'll tell you, or go check the videos out, whichever way you choose to do it. But I didn't want to. But I figured that if you go ahead and check the videos out, you already know, right? That'd make more sense, right? It really would. But anyways, regardless of that, you don't have to. You know, if you listen, then you would understand. And I'd say it once again for you that what had been said was that yeah, why don't we just lay down and let y'all beat us, or let y'all beat the Redskins and let y'all beat us, and then y'all would have been into the playoffs. And then all that crying that you were like crying, you didn't really much from you. I didn't hear much from you at earlier. For somebody who talks about say I was a fair weather and I wasn't there, I didn't hear much from you at that moment. But as far as for Nitro Freak and EDP, oh, they were around. Not only were they around, but they were crying when it got to that point, right? Well, I said had they had won the game, they would have made things happen for their team. Would have been the thing to do, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Then again, I really in the back of my mind, I was like, you know what? Uh, they can't make that happen. Even the opportunity is right there before them. They can't make that happen, and y'all proved that right. Be that y'all couldn't make that happen. So why get mad at me, Eagles fan for life? Just didn't happen, huh? Y'all couldn't do it. So you mad at me because y'all couldn't do it? Come on now, don't come at me with that foolishness of saying I wasn't around or I disappeared after the Jaguars. Really? What'd you do? To say that I disappeared from the Jaguar mean that you went back and looked and said, "Oh, he crowed to the Jaguars and then he didn't do nothing after crowing to the Jaguars." Well, yeah. So see, when you know what's going on, then you say I crowed after the Jaguars and did nothing after the Jaguars. When you know what's going on, you say, well, okay, well, yeah, they went on a winning streak after that. But when you don't know what's going on and you hadn't been around, like you said, like a fair weather, then you be like, you come back and you say, well, he crowed after the Jaguars and he did nothing else. I crowed after the Jaguars and we won every game after the Jaguars. So what? You know? So what? You tell me. Now, if I would have been saying the same thing that you would have been saying, it would have been a different story. Why would have been a different story? It would have been a different story because I know what y'all did and what y'all didn't do. Don't get it twisted. As far as for when we talk about me and my hate for the Cowboys, that's a different story. But it's my hate for y'all. Oh, I know what y'all did and what y'all didn't do up to that point. Oh yes, I know that. You don't know what I did and what I didn't do up to that point. And if you don't know, then you should have kept your mouth closed about what I did. I mean, I ain't the idea that you gotta follow or gotta stalk what I did. No. But shut your mouth on it if you don't know. That's all I'm saying. Shut your mouth on it if you don't know. But you said I did this or I did that. No, you, and you're wrong. Absolutely 100% wrong. about what I did and what I didn't do. Come on now, be realistic about it. Be realistic about it. That's my whole thing about it. Don't get me wrong, I ain't mad. Far from mad. I'm glad that you feel that stupid way about it. That's just dumb. You know, it's dumb. And for that extra person that I spoke of that I wouldn't give a that I did I don't think no I didn't give a name to. Did I? No, I did not give a name to that. There was no reason to. I'm like, cause they know who they are. I figured they'll respond because they know who they are. Because that's what I think they said that they would do, huh? So I was looking for their response because they didn't say me in particular. They spoke about everybody in total, huh? You speak about everybody in total, and I mean, you spoke about me too, because you were saying that I wasn't around, right? Okay, I wasn't around, or to you, I didn't appear to be around, right? To you, I didn't appear to be around because I stepped out for a little bit. We all do. We all have our own lives. We all do step out for a bit. One another. And I knew because that's normally during that time of the season that happens. I done said that a million times. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. My thing is, answer this one question for me though. If I stepped out, right? No, if I disappeared, been gone forever, right? And then all of a sudden comes all of a sudden like I pop up right now. Why in would I do that if I had been gone? And now we know what it is, right? Compared on what our record is, right? Why would I even show back up? Why would I just stay gone, right? Stay gone, right? It'll be the smart thing, right? Exactly. Exactly. So you put that in your logic and figure that out, because apparently that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit in your logic, right? Doesn't fit in your logic because you're stupid, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Hmm. Hmm. I know that's right. Shoot. Hmm. Okay, whatever that is. But yeah, back to the subject. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about you guys. I mean, as far as the division, it is what it is. It ain't nothing for me to what you call it about. I mean, it is what it is, and that's all I can say. It is what it is. Um, Other than that, yeah, it's a funny story. It is. It's a funny story as far as how the rest of the picture throughout played out. Oh, now with that, and since I never made a video back on, I made a video on the AFC, which pretty much turned out to be just about right. But who can't pick that right? I mean, seriously, come on now. Anybody can pick that right because I mean, shoot, you get 6 teams to pick. In your 6 teams, you more than likely are gonna have Denver. Indianapolis, and um, New England, right? Not necessarily in that order, but you're gonna at least have those three, and then from that far, whatever the other three is you pick will be on you. Don't get me wrong. Now there's some of them that will just be a stupid move to make, if you chose them. Like for example, if you chose, I don't know, a team like you said, Jacksonville as one of your six, or you said, I don't know, like what is Oakland over? You said like Oakland as one of your six. Or if you said Miami was one of your six, I think that'd be a dumb move too. Just me, you know. Certain teams just ain't make it. Just don't belong in that list. But so I think I did pretty good with the AFC. Now with the NFC, how far was I off? Instead of making another video about it, I could just speak on that now. How far was I off? Let me see. Well, who did I have and who did I not have? Um, well, for starters, I had um, I had us being in. Okay, I done said billions of times before that I was wrong on that, and we were not in. Okay, that's Dallas. Okay, but that's one out of six now, isn't it? Okay, of the other five, how many did I have right? That's the question. That is the major question. Of the other five, how many did I have right? Well, didn't I have Arizona? Yeah, I had Arizona, and they're in now. Didn't I have Seattle? Did I have Seattle? Yeah, I think I did, and they're in. Um, I had the Saints. Well, I was wrong about that, obviously. Um, we still not only, but hold on, hold on, hold on. I was wrong about that. But even though I was wrong about that, you know what? Guess what? None of us still know who that is going to be. At even to this moment, so I don't even feel bad about being wrong about that one because okay, I was wrong about that one. I took a chance on which one it was, and I'm sure everybody probably else took the same chance on who that one was, and they would have been wrong too. But now it's down to the last two, and we still don't know who's going to be. Do we? So that don't even count if you look at it from that perspective. But other than that, I'll take the loss, whatever. But and then for the other two, who did I have? I might have had. I think I had Green Bay. Is that who I had? Green Bay. Okay, Green Bay, and and shoot, Green Bay and what's the other one up there? Oh, well, yeah, I counted. I covered all of them. That's right. I covered all of them. So other than that, so it is what it is, and that counts for that. So there's no need to even make a video on behalf of the NFC because I just accounted for that. It's accounted for who did what and who was in what position and how well I did and rating who would be in what position. You know, don't get me wrong now. Like I said, in number wise, it might be kind of hard to predict. In number wise, but overall, you can still come pretty close. Number wise, you want to look at the number and what I said the record would be. Yeah, I'm sure I was far off. But as far as number wise in who exists now has a birth, mm, I ain't too far off. There's a couple of misses, but there's always gonna be a hit or miss. Come on, let's be real with that. Um, come on. What I will say from what I had listed, it does contradict the fact that of the folks who would have been participating. You know, the folks who would have participated. There'd been a lot of people that would have been happy to say gloat in your face and say ha 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 ha. I told you so. But since they can't do that, ain't that but a, you know, and it really ain't. I'm happy that they can. Shoot, I ain't mad that I can't. I wish it is what it is. It happens. Year after year. I'm moving on from that, you know, because they don't need to beat a dead horse, because that's basically what it is. Because there ain't nobody else saying that it's not. Ain't nobody saying that it's not what I said it is. So I guess that makes my word golden, right? I guess so. But beyond that, what I will say is let's move into shoot, move into college basketball for a second, and we move on to let's see move on to what my Kentucky Wildcats and rock chalk to the grave. That's what you said that we was gonna lose. That what you said that we gonna lose. Well, what I told you, what I told you, what I told you. We was gonna if we didn't lose to I named a couple teams, and some of those teams they were garbage when it came down to it, right? I did. I didn't know that they were gonna be garbage at that point. Who knows? I was just giving them the respect of what they say that they were because they ranked them right. I was just giving them that respect. And then what happened? Well, let me see. We played them and we beat the crap out of them. That's basically what happened. And the only one that I'm gonna give respect to is we beat Louisville today, and I'm still giving Louisville their respect because hey, they played a game. They played a game unlike anybody else this season has played, and it makes me correct by saying that if they were gonna beat us, then that would be the one team that would beat us during the regular season. Well, they didn't beat us, so then look into the future and who else is on the schedule. It only leaves UF. That's all it leaves. It leaves UF, and I thought that's what I was thinking. Well, I was like, look, UF is the only team that might give us a problem, and then I said, well, no, well, they may not give us a problem because of the simple fact that what? Let me see. How could they give us a problem? How could they possibly give us a problem when shoot, they're not even second rank in the conference. If they were second rank in the conference, I think that they would be that one that they would fight and you know try to get all the way to a conference championship and try and eventually get 3 games against us, and eventually in one out of one of them 3 games they would win, right? Then I said no. There's a bunch of other garbage teams that's beating on them right now, right? So of all these bunch of other garbage teams that's beating on them right now, what do you think we're gonna do to them when we finally get the hands on them? All these non-conference garbage teams that's beating on them. It's so sad. Well, actually, it ain't sad. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a year. There was a year. Because I'm a Bulls fan also, and we got Noah, and there was a year at a point in time when Noah was on their team. You know, UF. Noah was on the team, and oh, they had the time with us at that point in time, and I was like, can't believe this is happening. You know, so I don't feel sorry for them in the situation they are in right now, as in they're not even second or third in our conference at this point in time, and I guess hey, they're gonna come with the best game to play us when they finally get a run. But like I was telling their fans, is that hey, y'all gonna get your chance. Matter of fact, you'll get 2 chances, maybe even 3, depending on if you can get back to the conference championship. Then it'll be 3 runs that you'll get at us. It's all in what you do with them 3 runs, but your 3 runs ain't gonna stop us from going and winning a national championship. That just ain't gonna stop it. But I mean, at the same point in time, like I said, you might get the opportunity to beat us within them 3 times. And this is for UF and UF fans, but nah, I say that only to UF fans only because shoot, at this moment it looks like y'all may be the only person left on the what you call that may give a run. Y'all might be the only person left on the schedule that might give a run because over the past I don't know how many years it's been us and y'all. At one point in time it was us, y'all, in Tennessee. You know, and for a long period of time, it hadn't been even Tennessee, so it's been us and y'all to make a run. And for them other two teams, I don't respect them like the other. Even though y'all have lost more games than those other two teams that's right below us in the standings, I still try to give y'all more respect, only because of the simple fact that okay, yeah, y'all gonna come and y'all gonna play us with your best game. Them other two teams, yeah, they might play us with their best game, but their best game might be nothing because of only the simple fact that I don't even respect them like that. I don't respect them as being a competitor like that. When we get into the when the brackets are set up, they won't even be set up to play us that close or that quick. So since those two teams won't even be close to play us that quick, basically means that somebody else in the conference might knock them off because I think they're pretenders at this moment. And who we talking about? I think we talking about Alabama. I think they are Alabama and LSU. I think they're pretenders at this moment. LSU might stand around, and if they stand around for a little moment, then that means that they'll actually be able to compete. But we have to see. We really have to see with that. But even at the same point in time, I ain't no rush to see because it really don't matter because at this moment they still belittle us, aren't they? Now, moving on to what I was saying, like about the Bulls, like we got what you call it. We got Noah, like I was saying, he played at Florida, you know, and he's a good fit for our system. Don't get me wrong, I don't hold that. If you on our team now, then that's a different story. That's just like with any of our players that go and they play for certain teams. I don't care for. Like I don't care for the Lakers, and I said that a real talk of how we did them. We just recently played them on Christmas. Merry Christmas, that loss that we gave y'all, you know. But they got what you call some way deep down buried on their roster. They got Julius Randle. That's another thing. That's another story. Yeah, that's another story. Way deep on the roster, he's buried. But but yeah, that is what it is. But moving on to the what was the other thing I wanted to touch on? The yeah, it was there. I was touching on the NBA team, and what are we like 3 or 4 right now? If the playoffs were to start, oh, we gonna move up that ladder. We gonna move up that ladder. I mean, the Wizards have just been playing teams right now that hey, if they can beat on. I watched one of the games the other day, and they dragged that team, and I'm like, of course they're gonna drag this team. Team got one play on it that's worth anything. Of course they're gonna drag it. And they looked real good. And I don't take nothing off the Wizards or saying the Wizards are sorry. No, I would never say that. You know, Speaking again, like I said, being a Kentucky fan, they got John Wall on the team. You know, so you know, it is what it is. But it ain't too many teams right now for anybody that like any of these teams. It ain't too many teams right now that don't have one of our what you call on it. That don't have one of our players on it. You know, it's just that if it's a team that I hated and always hated, that it didn't even matter that you got one of our players on it. I ain't no disrespect to our player being on your team. It's that I don't care for your team. Prime example would be the simple fact that our next run, which is tonight, which is shoot in less than an hour. Our next run is against New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Only thing about New Orleans that I like is they got AD. Other than them having AD, forget them. You know, so no bad what you call it the AD. It's just hey, it's just hey, we need to get let's get this win. Let's get this win against them. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? No bad what you call the AD. I mean, hey, he can win as many games as he want to win, and he can win as many games he want to win against every team they play. Like for example, I watched one game tonight. I love basketball. I watched one game the other night. It was shoot, John Wall and shoot. Let me see up. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? I think it was him and Bledsoe. that went at it. Him and Bledsoe went at it, and shoot, neither one of those my teams. When I watch it to see them go at it, but hey, shoot, they've been teammates, and not only have they been teammates, I mean, shoot, it's being a big Kentucky fan, so you know, like Boston traded what you call Boston traded Rondo. I think that was a stupid move, but I mean, hey, that's on them. So I mean, in anything that I can pick against Boston, I will. Not because they traded Rondo. I mean, because y'all stupid. You traded your whole team off. Who's actually on your roster now? I'm just saying. I mean, who's on your roster now? Because you would think that you would want to get something out of the deal, right? Or maybe a Boston fan can jump in and tell me what's on the roster now. What's on the roster now? So I have no idea. What's on the roster now? You get rid of Rondo. I thought Rondo was the last piece on the roster that worth anything after you let everybody else go. Right? Everybody, don't get me wrong. Everybody else was old. That is true. But I mean, when you replace them, you got to replace them with something. You replaced them with nothing, and then not only did you replace them with nothing, but then you let Rondo go. No, he ain't that old. You know, you let him go. You pass him on to another team, and what'd you get for him? Hmm? I mean, did you at least get a point guard? Actually, you try to make your team do anything or whatnot. So I expect, two teams. Boston and Philly, be trash. And if you look at it, which one you expect in the East to be better than the other one? I give Philly the credit and being better than what you call it, because at least Philly at some point in time could probably jump up a little bit because well, Philly got what you call Noah Nerlens is on Philly team. Shit, Kentucky fan, but Nerlens is on Philly team. So maybe I give them the edge over Boston team who just actually let Rondo go. That's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. I ain't mad at them for letting him go. All they did is put him on the opposite side so we don't have to deal with him until the finals, right? And that's if he make it to the finals, right? Hey, I'm cool with that 100%. You know, we don't have to knock him off to get to the finals. We can just get to the finals and then knock him off then if he make it to the finals. And that's the key. If he make it to the finals. So you know what it is. It is what it is. So and that did oh man, I just seen that. Oh wow, really? So yeah, speaking of that, D Nasty, since I'm seeing this right now, is saying I can't believe that just like I'm sure that you can't believe that at this moment. So they're telling me that South Carolina beat Miami. So I guess that means that Miami must be garbage, huh? Because I don't know how in the world you lose to that team. I just don't know how you lose to how you lose to that team. How? That team's trash. Every team in the state of South Carolina is trash, and that team you lose to that team side. Yeah, I can't I can't say, but you must be trash if your team loses to that team. So I was on with you 100% that yeah, there was no chance that y'all lose that until now the verdict is in and y'all lost that. You know that's crazy. That's mad crazy. The outcome of that mad crazy. Who in the world loses to them? You know. But I ain't trying to smash on that. Straight up. Hey, it is what it is. It happened. It happened. You know. Don't know. Mm, that's crazy though. I don't understand that. I don't care how close the game was. Mm, still yet. Should have never happened. Should have never happened. When they win, it's obviously a screw up on the other. It's a screw up on the other end. You know, you should check your coaching when they win. Or you just have some really, really garbage players, and you know that's what it is. If you don't feel you have some really, really garbage players, then you better check your coaching when South Carolina beats you. I'm just saying. So yeah, they happy that they won that game, and I'm like, nah, I couldn't see it. Couldn't see it happening. I'm just saying, I couldn't see it happening. I'm sure you couldn't see it happening because you jumped out there early and wanted to respond to the fact, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You gonna it made you like what 2, 3 videos about it, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I responded on probably 1, 2 times or what does it because I agreed with you, you know, but I didn't make a video about it because there was no need to make a video about it because neither one of my team, so I could care less, right? You know, but hey, yeah, and it turned out how it turned out. Okay, whatever it is, what it is. So that's why I move on from that one. But I was just saying because I just recently found out what the results were. That's why I said that. Other than that, wouldn't even went into that. You know, yeah. So it is whatever. But I don't know. Like I say, shoot, we starting like shoot less than half an hour. So I guess when we get ready to start on that, so I'll go and check in on that. Let's see about that. That be the thing to do. Not that be the thing to do. That is the thing to do. So that is what I'll be doing. You know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yeah, I thought I overlooked that. I saw that wrong. Is what the lineup was gonna be. I was like, oh man, what's gonna be with the lineup? No, lineup's gonna be what the lineup should be. It is what it is. Ain't no big changes, no drastic changes in the lineup. So, oh, I'm going around with. Mm, so yeah, oh man, that ain't what I thought it was. Okay, so okay, that ain't what I thought it was. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that wasn't what I thought it was, huh? Big change. Change in plans. Well, so I don't know. Only thing we got left on well on tonight. You take it one like take it one day at a time. Only thing we got left on tonight is the Bulls game, huh? Bulls game tonight. You tomorrow Sunday we got the Giants game. But they both game. That's it. I will say there was a year. It was a moment. It was a moment in time that that um the Giants and the Bulls. No, the Giants and the Wildcats won a championship within the same year. Yeah, there was a moment in time within that what both happened at the same time, and that was great. It was awesome, and I was like, okay, well now it's your turn for the Bulls to do the same thing. And oh, of course, it didn't happen because you know how well anybody that know my feelings on Derrick Rose and how that goes. So that's another story. That's another story. That's never a good thing. For anybody that don't know, that's not a good story. That just never turns out right. Just it's like hey, they win games without you. I ain't gonna say they don't win games with you. They do win games with you, but it's like I mean, dog, you like Samuel L. Jackson in that movie, man. It's like you fragile. You know what I'm saying? So it's all we always wondering if you gonna get hurt. With another dislocate. With another. So I mean, and at some point in time, that just becomes a little too much. At this level, you know what I'm saying? If it was at the college level, I'd be like, okay, because even a college coach, you got to know a college coach gonna move on and he gonna get himself, he gonna recruit somebody else, bring somebody else in, right? He ain't fool, you know. But at this level here, where they spend all this bunch of money on you and then you do this, it's another story, isn't it? Very much another story, because I've seen a lot of changes with this team over this period of time. A lot of changes, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people be with this team, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, they good with this team or whatnot, and I'm cool with them being on this team or whatnot. But then they end up being traded, or they end up being cut, or they move down to the D League, and then too much not to be heard of no more, and then they end up with somebody else for all the reasons of it's like anybody but Rose leaves this team. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Pretty much. So, me saying that, I mean, shoot, I mean, that's true because you can think of 4 or 5 players, probably more, that all have been in that situation as to why they're not here. And we're not just talking like, little names. You say, oh, well, we'll trade them to you or give them to you with draft picks. No, it's more of um, big names too, you know, big names too, and it was somebody else. But I ain't trying to knock, some of it I ain't going to say that we didn't get nothing back in return because I'm around. I like the fact, I like what we doing. What Gasol, that's great. That's great for our team right now. I ain't gonna say it's not. It is. But at the same point in time, because that's nice to have rebounding, shot blocking, and plus getting scored all out of one individual. That's great. That's great to have. Don't get me wrong. But at the same point in time, so what I'm saying is the lack ain't in getting him. That's not the lack. The lack ain't in getting him. You know, the lack is in the fact of, you know, what it all comes down to. It all comes down to your point guard play. You know, it comes down to your point guard play, and you got if you got 3 guys on the roster listed as this guy's one, this guy's two, this guy's three. Well, two and three, they balling all out for the team. You know what I'm saying? One, he afraid to get hurt. So one, he afraid to get hurt. When he get in, guess what he doing? Because he afraid to get hurt, he hurting the team. You know, pretty much. A two and three, you say, okay, yeah, they got flaws with them because you know it's always a little drop off, and and when you move down on the depth chart. But I mean, yeah, they may be not the best or not somebody that probably would have started on somebody else's team. Who knows? But at the same point in time, when they come in, they give it their all. You know, when Heinrich come in, he gonna give it his all. He make mistakes. He does. When he come in, he gonna give it his all. When what you call it comes in, when Brooks come in, he gonna give it his all. What when looking on the other hand or the other guards, when Butler's in there, he gonna give it his all. He gonna give it his all, whether he in there with Rose, whether he not in there with Rose. He gonna give it his all. Whether Rose don't even play, he gonna give it his all to try to get a win. That's just what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at salary and signing people or one another, is players like that you don't let go to keep him, so he can sit there and say, my nails are not fixed. Something like that. It's the stuff that piss you off. It's crazy to piss you off. You know what I'm saying? You don't be, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying you're not used to that when that wasn't what you had on your team. That wasn't what you had before. The guys before would have played. They would have played ball. You know, now this person get on the team and now it's like, oh well, I can't play. You see games where it's a real close game, but with another, they've been in the game. They come out of the game for something small, and then it's down to the minute on whether they win this game or lose this game. Well, wins is what gets you to the playoff. So you would think that they would say, well, yo, let me get back in. You know what I'm saying? They would want to get back in with the team. You know what I'm saying? If it's nothing that major. You know what I'm saying? But no, you sit on the bench like a little, oh, just stuff like that. You know, beyond the rest of the. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm saying that we ain't doing good. Yeah, we doing good. We doing good, but you lose a lot of respect for an individual when they do stuff like that. So I mean, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go. I'm all go Bulls, regardless of whether you playing or not. Regardless whether you playing or not. When the other cats say they ain't playing, like when Gasol said he ain't playing, when Noah said he ain't playing, if Butler ain't playing, you know what I'm saying, then you can see the drop off for one another. When you ain't playing, I don't say that, oh well, I can see the drop off. I just say more so, well, if you ain't playing, then the rest of them know what they gotta do more so than to say, I see the drop off and what you bring to the table. And the only reason I say that is because when you thinking about, oh, I'm gonna get hurt first before anything else, then that's another problem. Think about if you would have been a receiver or something in the NFL, and your whole thing was well, I'm gonna get hurt. Well, if you saying, well, I'm gonna get hurt, then I'm gonna feel the same way I feel about you in basketball. I feel about you in football. You saying, well, I'm gonna get hurt. When that pass come in there or whatnot, you definitely not gonna catch it. Even if you could have catch it and you're about to get hit by somebody, that hit coming, you ain't gonna do that. Definitely not. So in this league, it's a little different because that hit is gonna be a foul. But still, yet you too good for that because you scared. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big problem that we have right now. So my thing is, if Boston was willing to trade Rondo, if they were willing to trade Rondo, why in the world would we not be willing to pick up Rondo? And I understand you saying but you couldn't pay him or what another. Okay, well you pick him up. You should have been a long time figure out what you gonna do with the role situation. So you could pick him up. You know what I'm saying? Because at least one thing we know about this cat, yes, a Kentucky product, and at the same point in time, what we know is that he gonna play ball. He gonna play ball. You know what I'm saying? The only tie that what you call it would have that that Rose would have in that situation would be oh he had the same coach, but I mean that don't have nothing to do with when you don't want to play, you don't want to play. It is what it is. You don't want to play, you don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to smash and trying to what you call on you and saying try to tear you down. But it's the reality is, you don't play and the team needs you to play. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At the same point in time, just like anybody else who want to win championships, we want to win championships too. So if you want to be a part of that, then be a part of that. If you don't want to be a part of that, then retire, get out of the league, and let us move on. With the money that they're putting in your pocket for you to say, I can't play. That gets old. That really that gets old. That gets old. So matter of fact, it's gotten old to the fact that yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm talking about it, but it's gotten old to the fact that I say, you know what? Okay, if he ain't gonna play, all right, next man up. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing with that is that it's the seating that we have, and if the playoffs started today, it's the seating that we have, and what that seating would lead to being, whether having him play or not. People talking about, oh yeah, all they got to do is get in, and then have him healthy during that time. I'm tired of hearing people say that. All we got to do is get in, and then have him be what you call it, have him be healthy during that time when we get in. I'm tired of hearing that. Because I mean, yeah, okay. Why does it have to be let him get in? No, no, let him be healthy when we get in. So you saying, okay, without him we can't do nothing? Because my thing is, okay, how did he make such a big deal? Especially now that he gotten to the point that you know, I'm gonna try to take threes. I'm not even gonna drive to the hole. I'm gonna take threes because I'm afraid I don't even want to get hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really? So you taking threes? I'm like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Jimmy Butler shoot threes better than you. Really, to tell you the truth, Kirk Heinrich shoot threes better than you. That new guy that just came in, what's his face? He shoots three threes better than you. The new guy, the forward that came in, and the other forward, Mike Dunleavy. Even though I don't like Duke, I hate Duke, but he's the only Duke on the team now, and that's great. And he shoots 3 pointers better than you. So why in the world are you taking a three? Do what you used to do and get it over with. If you're afraid to do what you need to do, then retire. You know what I'm saying? Because you're hurting the team more than you helping the team. But I guess you don't care about that because it's all about you, and I get that now. I see that, right? It's all about you. It's all about you. They're just winning enough right now to be in the mix, but it's all about you. hmm So with that point made, um, it is what it is, and shoot, I think I've rambled on them all, right? I've rambled on them all. It was just like the shortest one was Kentucky, only because, hey, they doing everything just pretty close to right. What you consider to be right. It's the other two. It's you know what you call, they're doing a lot right, but then they got that big flaw, and that's Chicago, um, and the Giants. We're at a close right now. It's we're doing this, and this is the end of the season. So those should have been the shortest. You know, elaborate on. I think I've covered just about everything. And with that said, yeah, guess I'm about done. I didn't even have to put this on anything else because I just had the opportunity to spit it all right there. It's all right here. How I feel on all of them. And two of them, I guess y'all really don't care about two of them, do you? But it is what it is. And for those who do, and like Rock Chalk and what he had to say or what another, then you hear that piece in there about what you call it, because you mad, aren't you, that they still number one? Aren't you mad, huh? And I gave you the opportunity as to when we could have fall, right? And it did not happen, right? I said it could have been today, and it did not happen, and you pissed, right? Because they beat your team. Not only did they beat your team, they stomped your team out and took a number two on your team, right? Right? Took a number two on them, picked it up, wiped it all in their face, and said, "Eat this, right?" Your team. That's what they did to your team, right? That's what they did to Kansas, right? And it is what it is, right? And there ain't nothing that can change that, right? And it is what it is. And the reality is that if they wouldn't have done it, somebody else would have done it only because of the simple fact that Kansas sucks, right? So stop saying that we're not going to continue to be number one. Somebody's going to beat us, and you naming, oh well, Duke can beat you. Oh well, and I say that if we gonna lose, we ain't gonna be until we get into the tournament, right? I said if we gonna lose, we ain't gonna lose till we get into the tournament, right? We can't play Duke until we get into the tournament, can we? Ah, exactly. They're not on our schedule. Take a look at it. They're not on our schedule, so we're not playing them until we get into the tournament. So if you're talking about who's gonna beat us before we get there, I just gotta say that they're not on the schedule. And at the same point in time, I wouldn't want to say that hey they're gonna beat us because I ain't gonna say that because I ain't gonna say that they're that good. Let me see them against North Carolina. Let me see them against Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Because I see what we done to them. I know, and comparing them against those is totally opposite. You know, the reality is, but the reality is that Louisville, they tried. North Carolina was trash, just like we expected the AFC, I mean the ACC to be, right? So I mean, hey, once again, it is what it is. Um, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and log off of here because I only got like about 9-10 minutes. Well, before it's time for the game we play against Anthony Davis. So Chicago Bulls basically against Anthony Davis. We get this win, and that be that. And so I gotta go and check out that. So I ain't got time for this. You know, as I just give it a moment of my time. This time here now because I had a moment. You know, whereas a lot of folks are saying because I know there was some folks that were saying that I had been gone or I disappeared or I'm fair whether I did disappear and I did not disappear. It's just what it was. But hey, this is the holidays, so I gave it a moment of my time. I did. And with that said, okay, it is what it is. Um, and with that, I'm out.